imeripotiwa kwamba Wakenya wanaofanya kazi ughaibuni kwa mwaka mmoja walitoa matoleo ya pesa hapa Kenya kima cha shilingi bilioni 270, na kinatarajiwa na kinatajwa kwamba kiko chini sana ikilinganishwa na nchi zingine kama Uhabeshi ambao walituma bilioni 500. Ni lalama kutoka kwa Wizara ya Leba yake Ukur Yatani ambaye kwa sasa anazindua mamlaka ya ajira, yani ambayo itakuwa inazinduliwa sasa hivi. Ni kupeleke moja kwa moja National Employment Authority tuweze kusikia mengi zaidi kutoka kwake.
You need to be flexible, you need to be adaptive, you need to be realistic. The role of this country is just to make the cost of doing business easier. The 117 recruitment agents, assuming each of them are to create jobs, to place jobs 10,000 every year, and the potential is there. You're talking of millions of Kenyans who will find jobs abroad, and even better living abroad. So the challenge is on you. You need to work harder than what we are seeing. We are not saying that you are there yet. You still have a lot of work to do. It's not worthy to mention that one of the obligations of NEA includes training Kenyans seeking employment abroad in special skills, which will undoubtedly facilitate smooth transition and adjustment into new job, while at the same time enabling reintegration for those returning homes. I'm happy to know that a few months ago we also launched the curriculum on the same, and we were able to identify a number of institutions that are going to train people who are going for various jobs abroad, where issues of language, the cultural expectations, management of homes, and the work environment there are clearly put on to the migrant, so that they know what to expect, so that they should not expect a place the expectations higher than normal. Ladies and gentlemen, as indicated by the chair and the acting CEO, I am also pleased to know that NEA has developed a dynamic strategic plan 2018-2022, which has provided a clear roadmap for implementation of its activities, projects and programs. The plan will be the basis upon which we will assess the authorities' plan strategic interventions, from re-engineering of public employment services, the national internship programs, development of curriculum and home care management, and labor migration management. You know, in quite a number of government departments and authorities like this, we are very good at preparing development plans, strategic plans, weekly activities. A lot of these things are very good and very sound. And the quality of the plan cannot be compared to anyone in the region. But our challenge has always been implementation. These good documents just gather dust. With change of leadership, instead of looking at what has been done before, we are very good at working on a new plan all the time. This should not be really what needs to be encouraged. Make use of them. They are clear roadmap, and they can be very useful in turning around joblessness, creation of jobs for our youth who are in very, very difficult situation. Additionally, the establishment of the Plan National Employment Promotion Center will facilitate structured deployment of Kenyans seeking employment locally and abroad. Sometimes we tend to focus abroad alone. There's a lot of opportunities here, but the information is lacking, or the placement is lacking. So we need to work very hard to convert all our offices into recruitment bureaus, make them transparent, make them open to Kenyans so that they can be utilized effectively. It is also my hope that NEA will put in place further measures to create synergy with relevant stakeholders to ensure smooth and effective implementation of the strategic plan, noting that particularly the areas of skill matching and awareness creation on available job opportunities. That's why I'm happy our important stakeholders like universities, our friendly embassies placed in Kenya are here, industries are here, and together we can engage in an interactive mode so that we know what we have and the kind of skills available in the country with a view of placing them against the job demands. We launched the authority today. I commend the management for already facilitating the placement of over 40,000 job seekers so far in Kenya and abroad, formulating a pragmatic national internship policy that will guide the implementation of the program both in public and the private sectors, in addition to developing a plan of action for the national employment policy and strategy for Kenya. We still have, we've done well, but 40,000 in 2 years is not something to write home. We need more. We need more. Kenyans are expecting more. 10 times that number every year, so that we can effectively address the mandate that has been given by the legal statutes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also happy to note that NEA has initiated online national database where employers will post available job opportunities, where job seekers will easily register for available vacancies. This initiative, once fully rolled out, will provide timely, interactive, less costly labor market information platform that will connect employers and potential employees. This is very important. That interactive portal, we also have another department, the Ministry of Labor, the labor market, the human resource planning. They are already working on the labor market information system so that we have an interactive portal so that the employers post available jobs and potential employees also post their CVs so that there can be some bit of matching taking place. As part of implementing the National Employment Policy and Strategy of Kenya, NEA is also developing the employment creation analysis to track employment creation in Kenya. The framework will allow the government to assess the job creation potential of projects and programs and identify new and emerging sectors capable of driving job growth in the country. I wish also to add that NEA has further initiated the construction of the National Employment Promotion Center and licensed over about 117 private employment agencies. The center will be a one-stop shop for employment activities and programs, including career guidance and counseling, jobs matching and forecasting, and provision of labor market information. Ladies and gentlemen, as a member of the Community of Nations and in line with the ILO conventions, we appreciate international commitment on the dignity of labor and fair work practices because we do not operate in isolation. Whatever we do, the standards are the same in the world, and we cannot divert from the international standard, lest we are charged by ILO. That's the route we don't want to go. So we must adhere to the international standard so that we retain and protect the dignity of the labor and workforce practices. I therefore look to NEA to develop employment policies, appropriate employment policies, initiate programs, relevant programs, and strategies that will continue to promote decent work that will positively serve Kenya's development agenda, in addition to projecting Kenya's image all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I reiterate government commitment supporting Kenyans in search of dignified and gainful employment opportunities within and beyond the Republic. In doing this, it will put in place appropriate mechanisms that will protect Kenyans, wherever they are, from exploitation and unfair labor practices. My ministry will rededicate to these aspirations, and I wish to assure the board and staff of NEA of my full support as I challenge them further to redouble their efforts in the pursuit of realization of this mandate. I also extend my deep appreciation to the many partners, quite a number of them present here, that have shaped and prepared NEA for this important takeoff. It's really important to understand that what is the gist of their mandate, as it's been spelled out before. Sometimes we lose the focus in this country. A lot of our leaders, quite a number of politicians, including those in the labor movement, we tend to concentrate on the negative aspect of an incident that happens in the Middle East. Because if the economy was doing well enough, if we're able to absorb all graduates from institutions in our labor market, there will really be much need to look for jobs abroad. When you look for these jobs abroad, instead of supporting, we've seen cases where we continue bashing them. And the press actually have not been useful also in some situations. They tend to concentrate on the negative aspect of one or two incidents that happen in the Middle East. Every job, including the one I do, the one each one of us do, has own hazard. We have a number of people working in decent jobs, but then because of accident, something happens, either die or there are accidents at the place of work. But the way we treat those ones and the way we treat what happens in the Middle East is totally different. There are very many Kenyans who are earning, living, and contributing to the welfare of the very many Kenyans, relatives that they have left behind. So we are asking our press to be objective enough, to report as they are, but also to be mindful of the sector. Because our role is to provide suitable environment through internship. Because locally, if the industries are doing well, and I think we want to have that discussion, because for every industry that provides internship arrangements for our graduates, maybe we should be having a conversation with Treasury so that they give us certain rebates in terms of tax exemption on certain aspects, so that they can continue.